Thank you for being able to join us today. My name is Anthony Torrey, and I am the Account Executive for Commute with Enterprise for the state of Ohio. Today, we'll be talking about our Vanpool program here in the Toledo market with TARTA that will be unlocking employee potential through targeted commuter programs. Here is the agenda for what we will be covering today. We will start off with the commute business overview. We will then move to some of the modern commuting trends that we are seeing today. We will talk about our vanpooling solution and what that entails. And finally, how the support and implementation will take shape. Just to give you some background on our company, we are a branch under Enterprise Mobility. I'm sure you will have all heard of, or at least all familiar with Enterprise Rent-A-Car, or have at least seen the name Enterprise on the side of a box truck in passing. These are all just some of the few business lines that fall under the umbrella of Enterprise Mobility. Commute with Enterprise is one of these business lines that stems from Enterprise Mobility, and that is what I'm here to talk about today. Commute with Enterprise. Commute with Enterprise has been around for 30 years and was born to give employers and commuters flexibility and the support they need to transform the daily commute into a positive part of their day. As the country's largest vanpool provider, we're always working to make the ride to and from work easier, more affordable, and better for the planet. Today, we have over 10,000 vanpools and 60,000 riders nationwide that help eliminate 50,000 vehicles off the road each workday. These vanpools help eliminate over 1.2 billion commute miles annually, contributing to 909 million pounds of carbon dioxide reduced and $724 million in commuter savings each year. Of course, we don't do this alone. We partner with public transit agencies like TARTA to offer funding and extended transit programs in over 100 markets. Now that you have a little bit of an idea of who we are and where we came from, let's look at some of the modern commuting trends that we have noticed in the market today. Starting off, we have economic pressures. U.S. inflation is contributing to economic uncertainty, which means businesses and consumers are seeking value beyond price. Consumers have a heightened sensitivity to costs in today's economy, which can mean opting for more affordable modes of transport or searching for the best value. Then we have return to office. Hybrid workers demand more flexible mobility solutions. The return to on-site work can impact employees' finances, added mileage and wear and tear on personal vehicles, increased fuel consumption, and time lost in traffic can start to add up. There is a preference for driving. Commuters value convenience and personal space. Many commuters have a strong preference for driving because of the convenience and independence. However, this preference is challenged by rising fuel costs, parking issues, and safety challenges resulting from aging personal vehicles. Aging personal vehicles also pose cost, safety, and environmental challenges. In addition, we have the rising influence of millennials and Gen Z. Millennials and Gen Z are becoming more dominant forces in the market, bringing with them unique needs and preferences. These generations value technology, integration, environmental consciousness decisions from brands and their employers. 70% of millennial job seekers want to see a company's commitment to sustainability. Let's look at some of the data behind the trends. More and more Americans are worried about maintaining their cost of living. On average, employees spend 19% of their annual salary on their commute. Transportation in general is the number 2 household expenditure, right behind housing. In fact, the average cost per mile just to own and operate a vehicle was 56 cents per mile plus. For those seeking lower cost or shared options for their increasingly long commutes, the answer isn't always easy. Public transit systems are limited to urban city centers and the surrounding suburbs, leaving nearly half of the U.S. population out of reach. Without options for lower cost and reliable transportation, Commuters are left to rely solely on their aging and high-cost vehicles to get them to and from work. These trends can also impact employers. The more obvious cost for employers is facility costs. Owning and managing space for employees to park their cars can add up quickly, up to $28,000 per spot. Think about that. That's a lot. As commuter needs and expectations evolve, employers can also experience costs that aren't so obvious. After getting a taste of remote work perks during the pandemic, employees are looking for more flexibility in their day. As a result, the commute has become the top reason to prefer remote work and can even lead employees to quit their job. These actions contribute to indirect costs for organizations, up to 3 to 4 times hiring salary to recruit new talent. The growing length of communities and related congestion not only disrupts daily productivity, but also contributes to a broader economic impact. Nationwide, we lose 4 billion hours to traffic jams each year, averaging 42 hours per driver, which is equivalent to an entire work week. This congestion translates into approximately $70 billion in lost time and productivity annually. So, how do we solve these commuting trends that commuters are struggling with today? That brings us to our solution of vanpooling. The model that I'm primarily going to discuss today is our traditional model. Let's take a look. So let's start off with the basics. What exactly is vanpooling? Vanpooling is simple and easy. It works like carpooling, but has more advantages. We connect employees together and provide a recent model SUV or van with 7 or more seats. We work with the group to find a convenient meetup spot, typically a park and ride lot or where you can leave your cars. The group works together and rotates driving. The more drivers, the better, but participants can choose to just be a rider as well. Best of all, the commute group enjoys all the benefits of sharing a ride, and through Commute, we provide everything they need for a safe and reliable commute. We provide the insurance and protect the vehicle. We also handle the maintenance and roadside assistance. Participants can self-serve through our mobile app, but they also have an option to reach out to local assistance from one of our representatives, such as myself. Why does vanpooling work? First and foremost, it's needed. From the changing commuter landscape to the rising cost of living, or to the evolving needs and expectations from employees. Second, it's measurable. From the online rider impact dashboard, which they can view every day, to quarterly updates we provide on the program's impact. It's impactful. Not only does it save money, but it reduces carbon footprint, and it is the recruitment and retention solution. Not to mention, it's easy to implement. We help to align a plan forward, we help promote the program, and we take the wheel and drive change. So you may be asking yourself, how would you implement a program with you and your employees, or how would you get one started at your worksite? We know that there are no two people alike. Therefore, we know one solution won't fit everyone. That's why we start off by creating a customized plan to best benefit each employer and employee. We can create dedicated parking spots, review commuter benefits, funding, and budgets. We provide new rider onboarding by helping riders set up their accounts and get acquainted with features on their new vehicle. Transparent billing and budgeting. We have a monthly invoice review for the first 90 days, quarterly budget check-ins, subsidy consultation, and management. We provide on-site awareness and implement commuter connection meetings. We have dedicated fleet management and account management. We assist in new deliveries. We provide vehicle maintenance fuel management, driver approvals and scheduling, as well as customized quarterly reviews and regular impact reports and employee insights. I know we've covered a lot of information. I would like to open up the floor to any questions that you may have. I've provided a QR code that you can scan with your phone that will provide you with some additional information on vanpooling. If you would like to reach out to either myself or Callie at TARTA to set up a private consultation to see how we can create a customizable solution to best fit you, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you all again for your time.